Welcome back to this week's Shift Summary. This is where we break down a few of the most significant shifts from our previous show that we can apply to our business and our life today. Last week, we had an amazing guest interview with John Tsai. Told a story of originally being from Taiwan, raised in Vancouver, now out of British Columbia, Canada, and his journey of how he began from a book. The power of life-changing pages of the right book at the right time, propelling him into the world of traditional entrepreneurship, real estate, back in 2006, and how he transitioned that success into the direct sales industry, where today he stands as among the top 1% of his very large company. He's the author of a book on achieving next level performance, and he really shared how he was inspired by the relentless determination of the Terminator and how he has earned the fitting nickname of the Beast from his peers. We talked about that in our conversation. So many key moments and so many key nuggets from John sharing his journey, really the power of residual income in our lives, navigating through the seasons we all go through, including dealing with self-doubt, how to embrace humility, keeping our feet on the ground, the role of technology today in prospecting and growing our businesses, daily disciplines. He gave us his methodology for success. So many powerful perspective shifts. So if you missed the full conversation, go back, catch the full episode. Today, we're just going to dive into 3 shifts that really stood out to me, kind of themes from our conversation with John Tsai. Starting with shift number 1. And shift number 1, it was a reoccurring feeling throughout so many of John's stories on how we got to shift from this fear of failure, this concern of making mistakes or falling down, to realizing the only way you fail is if you quit. I want that to sink in for a minute. The only way you fail in this business is if you quit. And that's a choice. I love how John shared his journey going through not just the highs, but also the lows, navigating seasons in life and business, down economies, recession points. And he shared a very unique perspective. When I asked how he navigated those challenging times, he said the number one thing he learned when he went through the hard stuff was he learned he would never quit. He kept going. He made it through. And going through the difficult times, making it out the other end of the challenges, reinforced an absolute certainty that he knew he would never quit. Said another way, coming out the other side builds a muscle of continuing to persevere, a resilience, a never quit mentality. And you can't lose with a never quit mentality. We're always in a problem, just coming out of a problem, or have a problem right around the corner. I love that comment that John shared with us. That is business, that is life. So we have to shift our mindset to view challenges and setbacks as opportunities for us to grow, for us to learn, and instead of seeing them as obstacles, seeing them as true stepping stones toward our ultimate success. So let's make the shift, adopt the mindset. The only way you fail is if you quit. Understanding that, you realize it's totally within our power, our control. It is our choice. So make the decision to never quit and gain the confidence and the certainty to grow along the way. Make the shift. Now, the second shift that really stood out to me was on the topic of branding. Now, on this show, we've had some amazing guests talk about their own personal strategies when it comes to building a personal brand today. And it's been a consistent theme that you are a brand and that a personal brand strategy in today's social media world is marketing today. But John gave us such a unique perspective shift, really saying that it's your work that creates a reputation, and your reputation becomes your brand. I love that. A different approach to brand building where we focus on the process, focus on the effort instead of being fixated on just the outcomes, embracing the importance of simple daily disciplines, constant progress, small efforts compounded over time that lead to significant results. And it's doing the work. Doing the work creates a reputation, shows people who you are. And that reputation is what turns into a brand. So don't stress if right now you're trying to figure out what is your personal branding strategy, who are you online, what is your niche, who's your target avatar. All of those are great questions, but take a deep breath. And John taught us to just focus on doing the work to build the reputation and know that that reputation will become a brand. So make a shift. And the last shift I want to talk about today, I just love this. You probably felt my energy in the full episode when I connected the dots from what John shared at the beginning of our conversation and what came back in a different way at the end, all around finding your will. And it was a play on words because Will was actually the name of the individual that opened the door to entrepreneurship, direct selling, that ultimately changed the very trajectory of John's career and life. And we all have our own will. We all have a person that shows us another way, that opens a door. The late, great Jim Rohn used to say that every relationship comes into our life for a reason, a season, or a lifetime. And that's a moment for you maybe to stop and you know who your will is, how you got into this industry, what inspired you to become an entrepreneur. Maybe you feel so inspired to pause after today's conversation and don't just send them a text, send them a voice note, maybe pick up the phone and call and just express some gratitude to your will for opening this door and a reminder that we can be that will for other people. And in every conversation, you never know where your invitation might be that door for that person, that prospect, that next customer or promoter or distributor to change the very trajectory of their life. And while it's not in your control if it is the right time for them, giving the invitation is. And if you give the invitation to enough individuals, you're going to find that you are that will that ends up changing the very trajectory of people's lives. And that's the power of what we do. And then ending our conversation talking about finding your will as in your inner drive, John gave us some amazing tips on getting reconnected with what moves us, our why, our purpose, our passion. He shared some personal stories about his own family and motivation. And I love that. Find your will. The people that are going to open doors in your life and the inner strength to walk through those doors. So make the shift, find your will, be that will for others, and tap into that inner strength that's going to allow your potential, what's possible, to become a reality. Make the shift. So that is your challenge for this week. The only way you fail is if you quit. Decide right now, make a decision, say it out loud like you mean it. I will not quit. Because with that mentality, creates confidence. Shift number 2, your work creates a reputation. Let that reputation create your brand. Focus on the work. Do the work and find your will. Remember our show? We are on all the places. You can listen to us every Monday on Apple, Spotify, Audible. Watch us on YouTube for those that are more visual or want to watch our actual live conversations. We are there. Make sure you're following the show on all the places that you go to every single Monday. And as always, if you found value in this shift summary or any episode, let us know. Drop by our social, leave us a message. Reviews matter. We love the 5-star ratings and the reviews. Thank you to all of you that are taking the time to let us know our time matters here and is making an impact. And a shift is a gift. Who do you know right now in this channel that could benefit from these conversations? Take a minute, share a link, talk about the show, put it on your social. We appreciate you helping us get the word out. Drop by our social. There's some amazing content we're putting out to make it easier to share. And as always, your feedback matters. DirectSellingShift.com is the website. You can actually submit potential topics, themes, even nominate guests, all right there on the website, and find the library of all of our past shows. So next week on Monday, be prepared. Our guest is a truly unique entrepreneur, has gifts that have propelled her to the top of her direct sales company after an 11-year career on Wall Street. She discovered her calling, and fast forward today is now a leader in this industry, over a decade of experience, a team 12,000 strong and growing, over 50 million a year in annual sales. And in our conversation, she's going to unveil all the tools, the process, what it takes to live a life of personal freedom through this channel. So join us on Monday, uncover the secrets, meet our guest, and remember, the right shift at the right time really can change everything. And we're on a mission to give you the shifts you need for your journey today. See you next time.